This time, Zheng did not try to hold back. He dived into the sea and hit the water with an incredible force. The currents were strong and shockingly cold, and it pulled him down. Zheng did not fight it and let go, and he felt himself drowning. And from the darkness in the sea, a giant's eye emerged. It was a whale, and it was swimming towards Zheng rapidly. And before it could collide with him, it disappeared. Then suddenly, Zheng felt something solid under his feet. The whale was pushing him from below, propelling him upward. They broke the surface together, and Zheng coughed up a lungful of water. His crew member quickly threw a rope to him. He quickly tied the rope around him, and just before when he was pulled up, he heard the whale sing, "Follow me." When he was pulled back up to the ship, he saw the whale swim away. He was cold, but he couldn't care much. He quickly asked the crew member, "Follow the whale." The improbable chased after the whale, day and night. When the sun rose, there was an island on the horizon, one that did not appear on the map. It had to be Cocobolo. They sailed towards it as fast as the wind would take them, but before they could reach it, night fell, and the next morning when the sun rose again, the island seemed farther away. Zheng was amazed. It's just as what others have said. It moves. They chased for the island for 3 days, but only to have it slipped away every night. Until one day, a strong wind pushed them faster than ever, and they landed on the island. Zheng had been dreaming about Cocobolo for months now, and he had let his dreams run wild. But the island was nothing like what he had dreamed of. There were no waterfalls of gold, there were no rubies, and there were no shipwreck or any trails of his father. It was just like any of the island that he saw. But Zheng told himself, it's too early to be disappointed, so he got off the ship and went on the island to explore. But after several hours of searching, he was finally disappointed. There were no sign of any human beings. The sun set again, and they made a fire and decided to camp overnight. But suddenly, they heard a rustling sound behind the trees. It was a pair of jaguars jumping out of the bush, letting out a terrifying roar. The men scattered. They tried to shoot arrows at the jaguars, but that only made the jaguars angrier. One even leaped on Zheng, and Zheng ran for his life into the jungle. Zheng burrowed through the jungle until his lungs were burning and his clothes were shredded by the undergrowth. And finally he stopped. He tried to listen for his man, but he heard nothing. He was all alone in the dark. He was lost, but he tried to look for a shelter, and he came upon a cluster of caves where he decided to stay there for a night. He made fire and kept himself warm, but suddenly he heard a voice that seemed to be coming from underneath the earth. Put it out right away. Terrified, Zheng quickly put out the fire. "Why do you hurt me?" said the powerful voice. "What did I ever do to you?" Zheng didn't know who he was speaking to, but he replied, "I didn't mean to hurt anybody. I only wanted to cook some food." And the voice replied, "Well, how would you feel if someone set fire on your skin?" Zheng looked down at the extinguished fire pit, and it was filling quickly with liquid gold. "Who are you?" demanded the voice. "My name is Zheng, and I come from the port of Tianjin." There was a long silence, until suddenly there was a laughter. "You are finally here, boy. I've been waiting for you for a long time. I'm so happy to see you again." "I don't understand," said Zheng. "Who are you?"